One of the challenges that rarely gets mentioned in permaculture videos is the culture of the people that surrounding your project. So today I quickly want to show you the general culture in our town in Namibia and what the typical township looks like, what the typical town looks like. And so this is a typical street in one of the wealthier parts of Otjiwarongo. That is my car there, that is one of the shop owners, and that's the governor's house. See, everything is walled. This is just a normal person's yard. Just quickly want to peek into the yard here. You see everything is clean raked, not a leaf on the ground. And so yeah, I quickly want to show you what the governor's house looks like. You can see everything is clearly raked. I don't want that dog to bite me. The neighbor is actually raking his yard, and then all of that will be then taken away and burned. And some mulching and gardening isn't really a big priority in our town. Alright, so this is the wealthier part of the location. The location is what we call a township in our town. This is the main street of the location. You can see some of the houses are nicely painted. Let me show you quickly. All over the street there's little shops like this. Normally there's quite a lot of rogue dogs running around. I don't see any now. And so one of my guys, Nelson, he agreed to let me show you his house. And so that's what we'll do. This is entering the poorer part of the location, and it is recognizable by the open sewage, plastics lying everywhere. The house is made of tin. Everything that is burned, all the organic matter, all the felt gets burned constantly. And then thousands of people. This is still a quiet part, but there's thousands of people roaming the streets here. Children not in school. I don't know if you can see there in the distance. I don't want to zoom in too much because it's children. So this is entering the poorer part of town, or poorer part of the location. And let me take you a little bit deeper. You can see this. This is one of the trademarks of a location. All the rogue dogs. There's 3 there. There's another 3 here. Let me zoom out. So this is now Blikkiesdorp, or as I call it, Blikkiesdorp translated means tinsel town. You see how any piece of metal they can find is put together to create houses. Now these things are extremely hot in the summer and extremely cold in the winter. Like, you know, this winter I thought I was going to die, but these people, I think, turn around close to death every year because there's absolutely no insulation. It's absolutely a terrible setup to live in the winter. And as you can see, all the yards are cleanly raked. No sign of a garden anywhere. These prosopis trees, which is illegal here, grow, and they don't make good firewood, so they just grow. And then this is a witgat tree. My tribe used to use that to make coffee. But when I suggested to my wife, we're gonna start making coffee from witgat, she explained to me that I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. So that's not gonna happen. Dog running away there. And so let me take you a little bit deeper. Okay, so Emmanuel, the guy in the green, agreed that we can take some video from his homestead. And so this is it. Down here is little Joanne and Tefilwa. And then there's his wife there washing. And as you can see, there's a lot of people living on the same earth, on the same property. And I'm going to show you the inside of the house quickly. So they have all of them has got entrepreneurial spirit. So this is the little shop that they have here in the back. The wife sells all of these products. So you enter the house and then immediately you have a little shop. And then once you go through this curtain here, I want to see if I can zoom out. I hope that doesn't affect the quality too much. You enter the main bedroom. Well, main bedroom, only a room, other room in the house other than the shop. So everybody, mother, father and 2 children, lives in this house. So they've been gathering oryx meat, and then they send that other in the north. And so this their room. This is what they have in life. This is everything. And so this is the shop again. Let me just take you out. More. So some military personnel walking through. Take a video of them. So I had to turn the camera around quickly. Let me just walk you out and show you what the streets look like. So about 6% of Namibia is white. The white people are mostly Germans and Afrikaans people. Afrikaans people are my tribe. I'm an Afrikaans boer, as they say. And so I'm basically, as far as I know, the only white agent that's willing to work in these towns. The only white man that I ever see in the location. In my culture, it's very, very frowned upon to marry a black lady or to even have a black girlfriend. Much frowned upon. So if you see another white person in here, they hide because they don't want to be seen and they don't want to be known. This is a section that you have to work into your design when you do a permaculture thing in Africa, is in this part of Namibia. Gardening, the last priority. Some children, some more dogs. Let me just walk you down the street quickly. Everything is raked. If you don't rake if you mulch, you are seen as poor. You can see the land there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's basically as hard as concrete because there's no biomass. All the biomass gets burned. The black people in this area, the culture is much more of meat producing than gardening. Once you go further up north in Namibia, you have a lot of gardeners, but there's also a lot more water. And so yeah, this is it. I hope you have learned something. When I arrived here, I actually thought I'm gonna change things and I'm gonna fill up this place with fruit trees. And so every month I bought 10 fruit trees because that was all I could afford at that stage, and I gave them to people. And after about 2 years, there was only 1 tree still alive. And so my plans had to change. And my plan is now to start with my own piece of land, and then every year and there you find somebody that's willing to learn. And I actually have a guy that's of Wambu descent, and he's got a natural lack for the plants. And he's actually extremely intelligent. The other day I employed a guy, and I found out when the guy arrived at my work, he was a real bushman. And then all of a sudden this Wambu guy started speaking to him, but not in Wambu, Otjiwarongo. He started speaking to him in the bushman language. And I asked him about it. I said, how do you know this language? And he says, no, he understands and speaks 5 different bushman languages. And then he speaks Wambu, Herero, Damara, Afrikaans and English. And the language, well, you know, one of the languages that he doesn't speak yet is German. And so 9 languages, I think I counted, that he spoke. And I only speak 2. And a little bit of Portuguese. Afrikaans, which is my home tongue. English, which I struggle a lot with. And then a little bit of Portuguese and a little bit of German. I understand the German. But I mean, he had 9 languages under his belt. But he's also got a passion for gardening, which is really, really nice. So you find people like that, train them, and you get them loving permaculture, and they have all got a feeling for animals. So the animal part of permaculture is not the difficult part. Keeping the plants alive part of permaculture, that's where it gets difficult. Right, I hope you enjoyed my story, and I hope you have a wonderful day.